Hi, this is Gail with Coloring to Color, and today we are going to take a flip through the book Botanical Wonderland, A Blissful Coloring Retreat, and the images are by Rachel Reinert. I found this book at Joann's and I thought, I have a half-off coupon. I think it was like $16. What the heck? So I bought it, even without much of a flip through, and boy am I glad I bought it. So anyway, let's take a look at this book. Now the first thing is, in the beginning you of course get some information, and this is an introduction by Rachel. Nice thing about this book is that the images are single-sided and they are detachable and they are on nice paper. It's not cardstock, but it's really like a, I don't know, maybe a 40-pound paper. So it's real nice, it's bright white, and the images are nice and crisp. So I was just so glad when I got this book home and I really took a look at it. Now I have colored a little bit in this. I haven't colored in a whole lot, but towards the end you'll see some images, and I'll explain what I used at that point and tell you what kind of mediums are good for this book, what might not be. And it looks like I am not missing a page. Sorry for all the fumbling around on that one. Now the images in this are rather interesting. They're floral for the most part, but they're also kind of undersea. So you'll see later on in the book that there's a lot of ocean-themed images along with the floral, and sometimes they're kind of combined in one image. So it makes for an interesting color. Sometimes you have a lot of black in there. Sometimes you have a medium amount of black in there. This is a lot again. And sometimes you don't have a whole lot at all, like this one. Now this book is fairly large. It's bigger than 8.5 by 11. I'd say it's probably about a 9 by 12 book. So it's good sized. And again, the paper is wonderful. Okay, here's one that I did. I think I used the Inktense pencils with this. So I did use water for it, and I do have some buckling on the page, but no bleed through. And you know, since there's nothing on the other side, the buckling doesn't bother me in the least. And this was a lot of fun to color. So this one is like mainly mushrooms. Now these pages do take a fair amount of time to color, so if you're looking for something that you can whip out real quick, this probably, save this book for another time when you feel like taking the time. Because the images are pretty large and they vary in complexity, but they're still pretty good sized. So now you can see we're getting to a little undersea type stuff. Oh, this one was fun. I started out with colored pencils, then I threw in some gel pens, then I put in some markers, went back to colored pencils, put in some stickles, and then I used, guess what? Nail polish. Nail polish gives it a nice sparkle, yay! I'll do a tutorial one of these days on how I use nail polish for enhancements. But no issues, like I said, from the regular water-based markers, I didn't have any bleed through. Alcohol markers, like with anything else, you would expect bleed through, so just, you know, put another sheet of paper in between whatever you're coloring in the next page and you'll be fine. You know, and they call it Botanical Wonderland, and like I said, some of these are undersea images, so I find that rather interesting. But it's still a lot of fun. I haven't looked on Amazon. I imagine this book is probably on Amazon if you don't have a Joann's near you. So I'll go ahead and take a look, and if I find it, I will put the link down below. This is a page that I was using for testing. I had a lot of alcohol markers down here, as you can tell. Plenty of bleed through. But I was just trying various mediums here just to see what I could get. And I do that a lot of times in coloring books before I first really start coloring. I'll pick an image that maybe I don't care so much about towards the end, and I'll color and see what I can do with it. You know, how the page takes the colored pencils or markers or whatever. So I can get a good idea of what mediums I can use in the book. And I did not color this. This came in the book like that. I guess it's for inspiration, and it really is inspiring. So that's it. It's a good size book. Like I said, I let me see. Still has the price, $15.95 at Joann's, half off coupon. It's worth it at $15.95 in my opinion. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this flip through of Botanical Wonderland, A Blissful Coloring Retreat by Rachel Reinhardt. If you have enjoyed it, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. And this is Gail signing out saying have yourself a wonderful day and keep on coloring. Bye!